Hey guys, I had one of those stop the presses moments the other day in my musical study, and it was a long time in coming. The first time I thought maybe I'm doing something wrong musically was a few years ago when I was in a recording session with this guy who's incredible, one of the top Nashville session players, and he has perfect pitch. And he said actually learning guitar and becoming a really good guitar player was quite easy for him because he had all these melodies in his head, and since he has perfect pitch, he always knew the intervals, so all he had to do was basically just get his fingers to catch up to the intervals that were already in his head. But he has perfect pitch. I don't have perfect pitch, so I thought maybe that won't work for me. Then the next time was John Mayer. I was watching a video of his, and he was talking about the most helpful thing that he learned at Berklee was the ear training session. That was the most helpful class and the most important class that he ever took when he was attending Berklee. I thought, oh, that's cool. Okay, so ear training. And at the time he was talking about songwriting, so I thought, okay, so try and make some more interesting intervals in my songs. All right, I'll do that. Then the next time, I was still having frustrations after frustrations. I can play quite fast. I can play just about anything other than like crazy, super fast Steve Vai, kind of his fastest stuff. I can't play that stuff. But I can play most guitarist licks. And so I was like, I can play flat fast, I can play all my scales. Like, why can I not improvise the way that I want to be able to just improvise at the drop of a hat? And then I was watching an interview with Steve Vai, a couple interviews actually, and he kept on bringing up the most important thing he felt like in learning guitar and becoming a great guitarist was your inner ear. He kept on talking about the inner ear and the way he used to train his inner ear. And then it all hit me like a ton of bricks. I was watching a guitar lesson by Joe Satriani, who's pretty much considered one of the best guitar teachers of all time. He's taught countless world famous guitar players how to play guitar. And he was giving a guitar lesson to this guy who's a really excellent guitar player. It's actually, this video is on YouTube of him doing this lesson. This guy's a great guitar player, but Joe Satriani played a bunch of different things and just tore this guy's ear apart. And he was like, listen, Joe said to the guitar player, listen, your ear is just not there yet. You need to do tons of ear training. And that's when it kind of all hit me, and I thought, you know what? I think my ear is not trained well enough, and I can learn tons of songs. I can pick them out by ear. I mean, I've done that for hundreds, maybe thousands of songs I've learned by ear, and I can tell when things are out of tune or not. But do I have all of my intervals down? Do I know anytime I hear something played, two notes played one after the other, do I know what that interval is? And the answer is no. I did not know that, and I'm still working on that, but that's what I've been working on over the last couple of weeks, and it's just been mind-blowing how incompetent I am when it comes to interval training. So I want to give you a couple, just to quickly find out where you might be with your interval training, and then just say stop the presses, whatever you're doing right now, stop working on that, and work on your inner ear, unless it's just already awesome, and then I don't know why you're watching this video. The first things you should definitely make sure that you've got down is, let's do half steps, whole steps, and thirds, okay? Because all music is made up of half step, whole steps, and thirds. All modern music is built on thirds, minor thirds, and major third intervals. So if you don't have all of your half steps, whole steps, minor and major thirds down, both ascending and descending, both going up the scale and down the scale, then you're never going to be good at improvising. And now I realize this is why I've never been good at improvising. So you should learn all of the intervals all the way up from ascending and descending, all of them, minor seconds and to major sevenths, every single one in between. But to start off, let's just do up to major thirds, both ascending and descending. And I'll explain kind of where to take this and what's helped me so far in the last couple weeks on this journey. So the first, let's just play a C. All right. Now, if I told you sing a half step up from that C, so that's do, okay? Do. So how do you sing a half step up, that next note? How do we know what it is, okay? Well, what I've done is come up with songs that are very familiar to me. Some I found already on the internet, they've got different ones, but other ones I've just come up with ones that are familiar to me that use that interval, and that's how I've learned them. So instead of going do, and how do I go up a half step to minor second? I would go do left, I left, from the song, I left my heart in San Francisco. Okay, so that's a familiar song to me, and that's a half step. I left, do. And there it is, there's the note. Do minor second, do minor second, I left my heart. Now for the second one. So this is a major second. First is a minor second going up. That's a minor second, 1/2 step. A whole step is a major second. All right, so I figured out a song for that I use as a major second. It is do, frere. So frere shaka, that song, and I would go frere, frere, do, re, do, re. Okay, so that's your major second. So anytime I hear that interval, I think, oh, frere, do, re. Now, minor third. I use the song Georgia. Do, Georgia, 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 Georgia. There it is right there, okay? So that's a minor third. And then for major third, which is, so minor third is 1.5 steps, and major third is 2 whole steps. So I'll go, oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when, oh, when, oh, when. All right, so all of those, doing them all ascending, going up, I would go, I left, and then, minor third, Georgia, major third, oh, when. Now going down, you can just go, do, ti. You can always do that, just going down a major scale, or I use, do you remember me when the west wind moves, like that. And so, you re. Going down, I would pick Mary Had a Little Lamb. Mary, Mary. Minor third, Hey Jude. Hey Jude. And then, major third, Summertime. The summertime and the living is easy. Summertime, summertime. So that's what I've picked for my songs to get down half steps, whole steps, minor and major thirds. So if you can't do that easily, as I'm still working on it, stop everything you're doing and work on that. That is Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, John Mayer, all of these guys' secret to great improvising and great guitar playing. And it's the secret to being a great musician all the way around. Train your ear. Learn all of your intervals.